Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and so much going on at the moment. So we've got the new classic Sudoku 2 app out, featuring some incredible puzzles from both Nicoli and Sam Kappelman Lines, and indeed some from us. If you have always enjoyed classic Sudoku, or if you want to have your mind blown, check this app out. It is great. That is our latest app. It joins all the other apps, including Fog of War, like today's puzzle, and The Worms by Fister Mafel and Michael Lefkowitz, among others. Do have a look at those. They're great fun. And for more fun with Sudoku, try our Patreon monthly reward, which has put out more flags based on 7 flags from around the world. Try those in Patreon. Join us in Patreon. You can see connections and crossword videos as well, including me solving Knockout by Harabobs from the listener, and many other things. So there's loads going on, as always. What else have we got? We've got Sven's Sudoku pad linked in the description field under the video, but we've also got this puzzle link. Now, this is a follow-up to another puzzle by Phoenix Aki, which was called Caged by a Secret Killer. I thought, oh yeah, I did that not long ago. Turns out 19 months ago, a long time ago, April last year. Extraordinary. I didn't know it was so long. And I think it's taken Phoenix Aki that long to create the second puzzle, but they've sent it to us and I'm going to have a go at it. I'm looking forward to this. There is a story which involves that you've started your escape from the secret killer, but you found yourself in a new area, shrouded in fog. I don't think there was fog in the last puzzle, and lying pathways. Those 3 in the corner cages seem suspicious. Have they betrayed you after all this time? So the rules are that normal Sudoku rules apply. 1 to 9 will go in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Fog may clear as we get certain digits in the puzzle. It's dynamic fog. Now, in a cage, digits can't repeat and they sum to the number given, normally. On a German whisper line, a green line, any 2 adjacent cells must contain digits with a difference of 5. On an arrow, if we uncover some of those, the digits on the arrow add up to the number in the circle. If there's a black Kropki dot, one of the digits must be double the other. If there's an X or a V, the 2 digits will add up to 10 for an X, or a V, they'll add up to 5. If there's a thermometer, it's got to increase from the bulb. And some cells have little green arrows on their edges or corners, and these are purely cosmetic. Now, here's the kicker and how those cages in the top row can work. Purple lines are liar lines. Cages touched by a liar line may or may not sum to their given total. The number of lying cages for each liar line is specified by the grid's central digit, which must be deduced. So the digit that goes in here is how many cages, only cages, are lying along a purple line. Liar lines don't branch or cross each other. If a cage is touched by a liar line, all the cells of the cage will be touched by the line. In other words, cages are either completely filled with liar line segments or they have 0 liar line segments. So those are all the rules. Interesting. We've got some more normal things to find. Only the cages can be lying, and they're lying to the extent of as many cages as are in the number in this cell. Who knows what's going on? Give it a try. I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. So let's start with the observation that there are 4 cages on this line that is revealed. So this digit can't be more than 4 because there can't be more than 4 cages lying. So it's low in the terms of whispers. Let's make it blue, and the cells it touches are all high and orange. And this cannot be a 4 or a 3 because these 3 digits are all in the same box. So they have to be different, but they all have to be 5 away from the central digit. So if it was 4, they'd all have to be 9. If it was 3, they'd all have to be 8 or 9. And those things don't work. So now we know that there are either 2 or 1 cages that are lying. We knew it would be positive, not just because we have to put a digit in this cell, but because one of these 3 cages is clearly lying. Now, let's add up the total in this row of the cages. I know one of the 3's is lying, but let's add up the total anyway. 28 plus 11 is 39, plus 3 is 42, plus 3 is 45. Now, I get to share with you a secret about Sudoku puzzles at this point, and that is that every row, every column, every 3x3 box in a Sudoku puzzle always adds up to the same number, and that number is 45. That's the sum of the digits 1 to 9, that's why. Now, this row, the cages apparently add up to 45. We know that at least one of them is wrong. From this digit, say. We know that at least one of the 3's is wrong. Now, if 1 or 2 of the cages are wrong, then either 2 or 3 of the cages are right, are telling the truth. But I don't think it can be 3 of the cages. We know that one of the 3's is wrong. Let's just say it's this one. If these 3 cages were all correct, so this digit was a 1, they could not add up to 42 because the one digit we know won't go in the lying 3 cage is a 3. So the very fact that these add up to 45 means that 2 of them are wrong, at least 2 of them are wrong. We know the number can't be more than 2 from this green line, so it is 2. Now, it could be both 3's that are wrong. It could be 3 and one of the larger sums that is wrong. But we know it's more than 1, because if only one of these cages was wrong, the row wouldn't add up to 45. That's the way to put this deduction. So this is a 2, and that might clear fog. It does. Right. Also, the digits that are touching it on the line are 7, 8, and 9. And that's now a triple in the central box. And now we get some more stuff to investigate. Because I don't think we can do anything more up here till we know somehow which cage is wrong. There might be a 3 in a corner up there, or there might not. We just don't know. But we've got another 3 in a corner cage here. Oh, we've got another purple line coming through the fog. Okay, what we don't have is a purple line on this cage. So the V's are always, it's only the cages that can lie. The V's are always genuine. So those 2 digits add up to 5. That's pretty clear. That's going to keep going off unless I mute it. These 2 digits add up to 5. And since the cage doesn't have a line in it, the cage does genuinely add up to 9. So this cell is 9 minus 5. That's a 4. And here's more fog clearing. Now these 2 on the V, I'm not going away yet and looking at this stuff because we know that that V is not a 4 and 1 pair. It must be a 2 and 3 pair. Now we know that this cage is lying. Right, I'm going to mark it purple. I'm going to try and follow a discipline of marking liar cages purple. Now, I mean, we've still got plenty to find out about this line. So I am now going to leave this area. Oh no, this is a liar now as well because 3 has appeared in these cells. So we've definitely found one of the liars in the top row. Now, what's going on with the 6 cage? The 6 cage is not lying because there is no line in it. How do I know there's no line throughout the cage? Because there was a rule saying that cages are either completely filled with liar line segments or they have 0 of them. So this has 0. So there's at least 3 digits in this cage. They all have to be different in column 9, these ones. So they must be a 1, 2, 3 set. And now this cage is a liar as well because it can't have a 3 in it. And now we know that in the top row we found the two lying cages, and therefore these ones are genuine. Let's mark them yellow. I don't know if I'm going to keep that going, but we'll do it for now. This is a liar cage, and it goes to those cells at least. Right, this is a genuine 28 sum. This is a genuine 11 sum. So these two do add up to 6 between them. So that much is correct, but they're not 2 3s. In fact, this digit, according to the 4 2 3 looking at it, is a 1 or a 5. If we add up the two purple cages to 6, that's a 1 or a 5, but we've got 1 2 3 looking at it, so we get a 5 there. And that's cleared fog too. Oh, so's the 1. Right. We're in business here. Oh, look, another 3 in the corner cage. There's loads of them in this puzzle. This one is a liar as well, because we've had 3 up here. We've revealed that this cage is at least 3 cells and has a 7 in it, but it could... Oh, I said it was a liar cage. We don't know that yet, actually. We only know that it's got a purple line in it. It could be a truth cage. Oh, sorry. This we do know is a liar because 3 is looking at it. I marked that just because a purple line was going through it. That was wrong. Oh, we've also got green lines carrying on from here. So this is low. 1, 2, or 3. I'm not going to allow that to be a 4 because both of these digits would both have to be 9. So that's 1, 2, or 3. I'm not going to allow it to be a 1 because on the black dot this would be a 2. And although I don't have many full digits in the grid, I have one of them in the middle that wouldn't allow that. So that's 2 or 3. This is now 1, 4, or 6. It's on, well... Is it another arrow cell on this arrow, or is it the circle? It can't be the circle, because the biggest digit that we can put in here is a 6. That would require these 3 to be a 1, 2, 3, but they can't include 2. So this is on the arrow. Now, these add up to at least 6. If this was a 4 or a 6, we'd add up to 10 or 12, and then we couldn't get to a digit that fits in a circle. So that's a 1. And this is a 2. And now we find the circle. These digits add up to at least 8. Because the 2 is gone, they must be 1, 3, 4 at a minimum. And that takes the total that's going in the circle up to 9. So that's done. Now, 2 and 1 are looking at that cell, which becomes a 3. That didn't clear any fog. This cage, is this definitely lying? Not yet. Oh, there's a 5, 6 pair left to go in box 5. They must go here. Now, what else? Right, let's add up. Okay, this 11 cage doesn't have a 1 in it. So then 2 is the minimum digit. 2 plus 2 cells that add up to 9 are either 3, 6 or 4, 5. Well, they're not 4, 5 because of that. So this is a 2, 3, 6 cage. Since we got that as a 3, we can't have another 3 in box 3. We've got to put 3 there. Now we've got a 2, 6 pair making this a 1. And this becomes a 2. And now none of these cells can be a 2. And I don't think this can possibly be a genuine 7 cage. So it is a liar cage. 7 would have to be made up in 3 digits with 1, 2, 4. And 4 digits are too many. So since we can't put a 2 into the 7 cage, it's a liar. And there must be a second liar somewhere along this line somewhere. Oh, these remaining digits in row 1 are 4, 7, 8 and 9. And that one, those ones can't be a 9 because of this. The remaining digits in box 3 are 4, 7, 8, 9. Some of them can't be 9. Three is looking at these 2 cells, so that's a 1, 4 pair, and this digit is 3. Oh, that cleared fog. Now we can ignore these tiny little green lines. They're cosmetic. Now this cage, Well, hang on. This says it's a 1 cage. Can we either prove that it is or disprove that it is? Not obviously. I can't see how to do that. Oh, 5 and 6 are a pair in this box because of that 5-6 pair ruling both out of this cell. So 5 and 6 must go here. This digit is from 4, 7 or 8. It is not one of those two, so it's one of these two. That 4 is looking at the 1-4 pair. Now we know that this line is terminated. Right, it has to have 2 bogus cages on it, and we've identified those. So this is a genuine cage, because 2 is the number in the center, and the rule was that the number of lying cages on each purple line was the number in the center. So this is a genuine 1. Right, and that clears... I could make it yellow as a genuine cage, actually. That clears fog here, and this fog, sorry, that clears an X from the fog. This X, oh, what is the line? It's the end of a thermometer, isn't it? So, it can't have a 2 on it, or 5 or 6. This X is either 1, 9, or 3, 7. It can't be 4, 6 or 2, 8. Now, I'll tell you why it can't be 1, 9, because this would have to be lower than that based on the thermo placing, and this can't be 1 because of this, and because it's on a thermo where it's not the bulb. So this is a 3, 7 pair, and we know the order, and that didn't clear any fog, so maybe I'm wrong. This digit comes before the 3 on the thermo and can't be a 2. That's a 1. Surely this will be a bulb. Yes. Right, in this column, we can't have any more 7s. So this is now a 4, 8 pair, and this digit becomes a 7 because it's in the same box as the 4, 8 pair. This can't be a 7. Now we've got an 8, 9 pair in the center, and that's a 7, and that clears more fog. So, first of all, quickly looking at this thermo, we can't have 8 first or 4 second on that. Then looking at this circle and arrow. These 3 digits add up to whatever's in the circle. So that's at least 6, because they all have to be different from each other. Now, if there was a 1, it would have to go here, because of this 1 and this 1. They're actually putting a 1 in one of those 2 cells. Okay, let's think about if there wasn't a 1 on this arrow. It would have to be a 2, 3, 4 triple. That digit would actually be a 3. I can see some ramifications, but I can't see why this fails particularly. No, I can. Look, 4 there, 4 there. One of these 2 is a 4. Now, there's a 4 somewhere in box 3 in those cells, and there's a 4 somewhere in box 6 in those cells. This is an X-wing. That's going to use up the 2 4s in columns 7 and 8. So the 4 in column 9 is going to have to be in this bottom box somewhere here. What this means is that this arrow does not have a 4 on it. Therefore, it cannot be 2, 3, 4, and therefore it cannot live without having a 1 on it and come to any of these totals. And the 1 is not in row 7 or 8, so it must be in row 6. Oh, I was convinced that was going to clear fog, and it didn't. But look, I've now got 4 1s looking into this box. Here, 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 and here. So there's only one place left for 1 in box 4. And that didn't clear fog either. Boff. I thought I was going to. Right, there's a 4 in one of these. These are from 6, 7, 8, 9, because they see that 4 down there and 1, 2, 3, 5. Now there has to be another low digit on this arrow. 2 or 3 must be on it. I don't know what else. This 7 is just a lying cage, and so is this 3 and this one. Oh, there's this blue line. Oh, I don't think we're going to just be able to work out where that goes. It's got to hit another cage at least. No, I don't know. Is it this circle? What am I meant to be doing next? Whatever digit is in that circle has to be in one of these 3. Then it's going to be in one of these 3. That's not that helpful. Right, I need to find something else to get going on. 5 and 6 are in this group of cells. 7 is not in these 2. 9 must be in one of those. And 9's in one of these. I feel like there's a clue missing. Maybe I've got to do some fog clearance. Ah, that 4-8 pair, is that definitely right? Yes, because that was a 5-6 pair. So this is a 9, and that's an 8. Oh, and this 2 goes up through, even though it goes into fog, it's on a green line. So that's an 8, and that's a 4. And these are an 8-9 pair. And then I don't quite know what I'm doing. These are from 5, 6, 8. Eight can't be in those cells, so the only place for 8 in this box is there. These are now from 4, 5, 6, 7. That didn't get anything done, did it? Well, 8 is ruled out of all of these cells by the only, or 2 of the 3 8s I have in the grid. So 8's going to be in one of those 2. This can't be 8. Oh, no, hang on. 8's not necessarily going to be in one of those 2. It could be there as well. Right, let's get rid of 8. This one can't be an 8. That much I know in this row. Oh, I've got to think about something else. 3 is in one of these 2 cells. Oh, and here, 1, 3, 7, 2 and 8 are there, 9 and 4 are here. It's not that helpful. I'm waiting for inspiration. It's not coming. Oh, 9. Because of that 8-9 pair, where's 9 in column 1? It's got to be down in one of these 2 cells. Could easily be in the corner box, which is a lie. Nine's in one of those. I'm sorry, I'm not really getting much done here. Okay, if that was a 2, this would have to be a 3, 4 or a 3. It can't have a 4 in it. Okay, I can rule out 7 from this cell, because this can't be a 2, 4 arrow because it doesn't contain a 4. So if that's 6, this is a 2, 3 pair. If that's 8, we can't have a 4 down here. This would be a 2, 5 pair. And if that's 9, there is an interesting restriction. It couldn't be 1, 2, 6 because that would break this cell. So it would be 1, 3, 5. So I think this is a pair of digits from 2, 3, 5, but it could be any of the 3 possible pairs. It could be 2, 3 with a 6 there, 2, 5 with an 8 there, or 3, 5 with a 9 in the circle. That's interesting. This digit can't be a 3. Again, I don't quite know where we go next. I'm feeling that I'm getting a little bogged down here. Oh, 1 has looked at that cell. So this is where 1 goes in the bottom row. That's the last 1 in the grid. Oh, look. Now, it's very tempting to assume this circle is part of this arrow. But do we know that? And the answer is no. What digits can go in here? 2, 5, 6 and 8. Can this be an 8? Not if the arrow connects to this cell, because then the total will be too big. But one of these could be a 9. In fact, even that could be a 9, allowing this to be an 8 on an arrow. This one can't be an 8 because it has to be that. This is a different digit to that one. It's not a 1-cell arrow because they're in the same column. They'd be the same digit. So it's at least a 2-cell arrow, and this has to be lower than that. So this is not 8, and that is not 2. Now 2 in the box is, or 2 in the column, is definitely in one of these 2 cells. I don't know, I'm still worried. It probably doesn't. This arrow could easily go down there, and I think it would be 8 and a 2, 5 pair. And that's probably what's going to happen. But I have to bear in mind that this arrow could still turn into a lot of directions. Oh, but what digits can it get when it turns into those directions? It can't get a 1. If this arrow, sorry, let me try and explain. I'm getting overexcited. Let me try and explain. We know those green cells are part of the same thing, and these red are part of the same thing. Now, it could all be the same arrow, or green could be different from red. If green was different from red, this one would have to turn somewhere. And it would have to pick up a digit no bigger than 6. Okay, maybe I'm wasting time thinking about an impossible or a multiple possibility situation. So I shall try and have a different thought that's better. Eight in this box definitely goes in one of those 2 cells. Now, if 8 is here, then there's a 9 completing this arrow somewhere nearby, somewhere very nearby in one of these cells. And if that happened, then this is 2, 5 or 6 with, well, it's 2 or 5 with 5 or 6 here. The difference between them is either 1, 3 or 4. We can't pick up a 1 on a green arrow that's separate from red. We could pick up a 3 in one of these cells, and we could pick up a 4. I don't know, I'm getting confused. We can't have both 3 and 4 onto this arrow because that'll bust it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm meant to be looking at. I'm missing the point here a bit. Now I can get rid of these orange and blue colours. That German whisper is finished, in fact. This isn't a difference of 1. Well, for various reasons. But essentially because that can't be, that is 5 or 6, so these can't be 6 and 5 together. Can this be a 2? There's only 2 places for 2 in this column. If I could rule this out from being a 2, but I don't think I can, because there could be a 3 in a circle here, or we could add other digits along the arrow to get to a number that could then appear in a circle. No, I'm going to look at something entirely different. Let's put 4, 5, 6, 7 as candidates in there. Take out 4 from that one. Is my voice going? I don't know. 5. Now, let's look at this circle. This is doing something. What's it doing? If that was a 6, this would be 2. There'd be a 2 on the arrow and 2 there. That's fine. If it was 9, that would be 9. This would be a 3, 5 pair then. If this was 9, this would be a 3, 5 pair. So, if that was 9, we'd have in column 8 3, 5, 1, 8. No, I thought that was going to have an impact on the cell at the top. I can't see that actually. Oh goodness, I'm sorry, I'm really groping around now. Am I missing something as obvious as that German whisper? I probably am. I can't be just allowed to assume that this arrow connects up. That's not right. That's not right. If it did, this would be 2 or 5, and that would be a pair in the row. No, I don't know. Okay, just bear with me. I know I'm being very dense about something at the moment, but I don't know what it is, and that is a problem for all of us. Two has to be in one of these cells by Sudoku. 3 somewhere here. That's not so good. If that was a 2. No, if that was a 2, this is better. This would be 3. The 3 in the bottom row would have to be here. Then this would be a 2, 5 pair, and that would be 8. So we'd have a 3 here, 2, 5, 1, 8, 6. Definitely 4 there. And remaining 7, 9 digits. I can't remember what that chain of consequence was founded on. That was founded on a 2 here. Alternatively, oh, that's really, really exciting. Right. I mean, I'm getting overexcited and describing things as really, really exciting that to the average person in the street are not. But I think I have just found that whichever way round these digits go, these become a 2, 5 pair. So, look at this one. If this was a 3, this is where 3 goes in box 6. And that's a 2, 5 pair. And adding up to 8. But if this is a 3 instead, if it's not there but here, the 3 in this box, then that's the only place for 3 in the bottom row, and this pair becomes a 2, 5 pair requiring an 8 arrow. So it's always a 2, 5 pair. This is always an 8 circle. I thought that was going to clear fog, and it didn't. And that was either way round here. But now we know there's an 8 in one of these cells. We also know that's a 2, 5 pair looking at this cell, which becomes a 6. This becomes a 2. I thought that was going to clear fog. In this column, we've got 6, 8, 1, 2, 5. That digit is a naked single. It sees 6, 8, 1, 2, 5, and 3, 7, 9 in the row. The only digit remaining is a 4. I don't think that cleared anything. That's not a 4. 3, 7, and 9. This digit can't be 7, so it's 3 or 9. I was so pleased with this deduction, and it's run out of steam. 5 is in one of those cells and there, so 5 ends up in one of these two. 1, 2, 5. This row, that digit is 5 or 6 by elimination. One of these two is an 8. That could have proved a little more helpful, frankly. I was so pleased with this deduction about the circle here being an 8, and yet it hasn't really gone ahead and made my day. Okay, let's think again then. What are we thinking about this time? Where does 3 go in this box? Because it doesn't go in any of those cells, or that one. So it's either here or here. 3 in box 9. 3 in box 6 we know is in one of those two. I mean, there is one place in this box where 3 doesn't go, and it's in this lying cage which says it has a 3 in it. So none of these can be 3. That's not really positive information though. Oh, we're stuck again. This puzzle's getting tougher. Or I'm missing the blindingly obvious. That does happen quite a bit. Welcome to our channel. This digit is 3, 7 or 9. In this row, 5 is in one of those 3. Oh, this is a 2-3 pair. This has been available for ages, because it was a bit like that 5-6 pair looking at that cell. We've got 2-3 looking at that cell. Right, so in this row, that digit is 7 or 9. There's only one place for 4 in this row now. Oh, well, I wish I'd spotted that 2-3 pair a long time ago. This is a 4. That's going to do huge amounts. 7 there. Oh, look, fog clears. 9 here, 7 here. That was the huge amounts I could see. This is now a 4-5-6 triple. Now, let's use the fog then. This can't be 9. Oh, in fact, this has become 3 at the bottom. This is a 7. This cage is a lying cage. It's got 6, 9 in it, and it claims it adds up to 13. This must be a genuine cage. We have 4, 7 and 8 left. And this cage is going to have to contain 4, 7 to make the correct 11. That's an 8. Here we go now. 6, 9 pair there. This is a 5. This is 3. In this row, we've got a 6, 8 pair. Eight cannot sit here anymore. So this is 8. Oh, come on, clear some fog. Yes. Oh, these arrows are not connected. There's a green arrow and a red arrow. Okay, the green arrow must be 8, 2, 6 now. The red arrow, this is not a 2. This is 5 or 6. So this can't be 7. This must be 6. That's 5. That sorts out 6 and 5 up there. Oh my goodness, how long has this black dot been available? Is that literally forever? Or did it clear recently? I hope it's not forever. That would be very embarrassing. It could have been there for a long time, I don't know. This is a 7, 9 pair. I mean, we must be finishing off now. 9 and then 4. 2 and 5 are done. 4 and 7 are done. This is a 5, 6 pair. We know the order. This is a 7, 8 pair. That's nice. This is 2, 4, 9. We get 9 in the corner. I'm not going to clear up the colour. Well, okay, I'll clear up green and red. I'm not going to clear up the yellow and purple, because yellow are truth cages and purple are lie cages. 9, 7, 8, 6. That's a 5 in the first column. 4, 6, 2, 3, 9, 8, 4, 2. Oh, as you stumble through the darkness, you found a pathway leading your way to a secret trapdoor at the only truthful 3 cage. Follow the green arrows across the grid to continue your escape. To be continued in hopefully less than a year this time. Well, it's a lovely puzzle, been solved by a lot of people. So the path of arrows comes here, 1, 6, 7, 5, 6, 5, 3, 2, 8, 5, 6, 7, 4, 7. This is just for fun. 9, 6, and then ends in this trapdoor genuine 3, which is not in the corner, but is in a cage. And there we go. Apparently we have escaped the foggy lyre. That was good fun from Phoenix Aki. I got a bit stuck and bogged down, didn't I? Couple of times there late on. Good fun though, clever puzzle, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching us on the channel. Hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.